36.6% of the general population lives under poor condition, which means obviously the indigenous people is more poor.
Now, the second chart shows that the lack of access to basic services in home is more, it's larger in indigenous population than in general population.
And in the housing built from inferior materials, we can see that the 30% are the indigenous people and the 10% are the common people in Mexico. So we can see from the chart that the indigenous people live under poor conditions.
This is a map for Mexico showing all the ethnical groups located in the country of Mexico. We're only going to speak about two.
And we can see they're like more centered in the southern part of Mexico.
Tarahumaras. Tarahumara or Ramari means those with live feet. They are known because they move a lot. They go from place to place, from cave to cave of the mountain range in Chihuahua. It's located in the northern part of Mexico.
So the Tarahumaras, they call themselves Raramuri, but when the Spanish people came to Mexico to conquest, they changed the name probably because the pronunciation was too hard or because they thought they would be a good name for them. So now we know them as Tarahumaras.
They live in a very low temperature area, that's why they use a lot of clothes. In the trajectory of movement, they leave behind items and domestic products to others to use. They leave everything except their animals and clothing.
That's why the etymology is light feet.
This is a video of their myth of how they think the world was created. All started with the moon and the sun that live along disguised as children. They were dressed with palm leaves and they lived in sacks made of sticks and mud and a palm roof. They didn't have any earthly belongings. The skin of the two children was very dark, and the morning star was the only thing that shed light upon the sinful earth. The moon swallowed the light from the head of the sun, while the morning stars watched over them.
Soon afterwards, hundreds of Tarahumara Indians did not know what to do such a darkness. They could not work, and they had to hold each other's hands to prevent them from tripping down the rocks and falling off into the canyon. One day, they healed the sun and the moon. They started to shine with a bright light. Then there was a flood, and a boy and a girl, both Tarahumara Indians, went to the top of the Lavanchi Mountain, south of Palanachi.
After the flood, they returned carrying with them 3 corn kernels and 3 beans. Since everything was so soft and moist, they planted them in a rock and fell asleep. Later, they fell asleep, and that night they had a dream on time their harvest, and it is said that all Tarahumara's Indians come from them.
So this was a video of how the Tarahumaras were born. We can see they have like a really beautiful way of thinking.
Okay, now traditions.
Okay. Speaking of their religion, staying in the video, they praise to the moon and the sun. They're their gods, and they dance a lot. Dancing is their prayer, and they dance also to the rain, in show of forgiveness and wisdom.
Tarahumara's traditions have a strong influence of the Catholic religion. It's when the missionaries came, they taught them some passages of the Bible. So all their religions and rituals have Catholic religion. For example, they celebrate Easter and they pray for the Mexican Virgin of Guadalupe.
Okay, astronomy. So other foods are based on corn. And here we have, on the first picture, we have something called aguachile. This is a typical Mexican food, not just in the huichol culture. And it's shrimp marinated with lemon oil.
Now, the beverage over there is tezuino. Is it's kind of it's alcoholic. It's based on ferment corn and has a little bit of alcohol. Basement. Basement. They women use a lot of skirts, and both women and men use a white skirt, a white t-shirt made by them, and men use this tied on the head, representing the colors of them, and yeah.
Also, a fun fact about this culture is because of the cold weather, they use five or more skirts at a time, like the women. And when the skirt on the top gets dirty, they put it on the bottom. And when all the skirts get dirty, they go to a river and they clean it, but they use it at the same time.
Art crafts. Their art crafts are really known in Mexico. They do baskets, very colorful. It's made by the woman. It's made of roots, and man creates the instruments, the violin, the flutes, and the drums, which are used in all the rituals and traditions.
So, the taramaras today. It's so sad to see how the Mexican people left aside the tarahumaras and they don't like take importance of them. And we that's so sad because we should be proud of this community because they're who we are and we should be proud of them.
Huicholes.
Okay, now we're going to talk about another ethnic group. So they're located in the southern center part of Mexico, here in the picture you can see. And this is a really exotic culture. It's like their clothes are like the basic thing you can see, and they're really beautiful.
Now we are going to show you a video of their creation, how they think the world was created. This video has subtitles in English and in Spanish, and is okay. Let's see it. Oh yeah, with sound, please. No tiene sonido. Well, there's no sound, but you can read the subtitles. Oh, can you put it again, please? That's it.
So that
Okay. Thank you.
so that's it on the video. We can see they such a really colorful and with really a lot of expression on this culture.
Now, traditions. They have this ritual where they consume peyote, which is it's a way to dream. They dream and they connect to their God and they express all these emotions. They see like this colorful drawings and stuff, and they put in their art crafts.
Yeah, the consumption of peyote is on children in the ages of 4 to 8. So when the children consume peyote, they can see their gods throughout like all their lives and create their art.
Gastronomy.
Here,
The first picture, it's called the machal. It's a very common dish. This is like a daily dish, and this is
guachales.
teshuino. Vestments.
Okay, their vestment is their what they represent of, and the women they use very casual things like a dress. Maybe they they do it, and the men are the ones that use very showy clothing. They use a shirt that is open to the sides and and a thing that uh, made of wood and
And a tie in the neck, a red tie in the neck, which both genders use it, and they have a special head made of wood also, and it has like a unique, it has a special touch depending each person. You can decorate it with wings, flowers, leaves, whatever you want. Art craft. Like I told you before, all their art craft are the visions they see consuming peyote. Like the first one, it's they basically grab any material and they decorate it with stones called chaquiras,